Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Today I'm going to cover some news. I like to read the news every now and then. In addition, if you go to my homepage and right next to the subscribe button, you'll see a little bell icon. If you click on that, you'll be notified when I release new videos. A lot of people are complaining that they are unaware of when I release videos and therefore have to play catch up a lot of times. So let's cover some news. And before I do, because this is the news and it gives a lot of people diaper rash, I need to let you folks know I am neither Democrat nor Republican. And when I criticize one party or the other party, it's not out of bias. It is just somebody who is looking from the outside inwards and sees the stupidity. So let's go. I wanted to cover this one today. I don't know if you can see my mouse moving. Democrat Socialist candidate insists feds can fund Medicare for all. Now, before I open up this article, I want to tell you, I spent 2 nights ago in the emergency room. I was there for 7 till about 3 in the morning. I was there about 8 hours. And while I was waiting to be seen in our lovely medical industry, one that I will pay for dearly, I saw a couple, 2 ladies, together talking. And they were talking political. And it was almost as though they were complaining about somebody they knew. And these girls, one of them loudly says, "I'm a democratic socialist, and if he doesn't like it, then he can," expletive, obviously speaking about somebody they knew. But what I wanted to cover was, you never hear the word, "I am a conservative socialist," or "I am, better yet, I'm a Republican socialist." You never hear those 2 words together. Yet the Democrats are always defending themselves. We are not the party of socialism. We are not the party of communism. But yet every time you hear the word socialism, it is some way, shape, or form tied to the Democrat Party. And now we have people running in the open as socialists. They actually run on the campaign as a socialist and they're getting voted in. Let's take a look at this news article.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family. So I can put my energy in.
Okay, let's go back to that page. Washington Dam socialist runs in mold of Ocasio-Cortez. That's that Democrat socialist who won in the Bronx, who was just a bartender last year. She ran also on the platform, openly admitted she's a socialist, and won. These socialists, and I've been saying this for the last several videos now, because conservatives and people who believe they should work for what they want out of life are slowly dying off. Therefore, leaving behind these kids who have been educated, indoctrinated in our indoctrination camps, also known as schools. Now, I'm not saying every kid is indoctrinated. I'm not saying every kid is coming out a socialist or liberal. I'm not saying that at all. But the bulk of them, unfortunately, are. As we die off, it leaves that generation behind, fresh and new. And more, they're voting in the Socialist Party, not even knowing truly what it is, not even knowing that one day they have to work and provide for all these plans that they're voting for. I'm not going to read the entire news article, but I want to just touch on it a little bit. A described Democrat socialist candidate running in Washington State's 9th Congressional District, spoke about her support for government-funded health care. I hate that word, government-funded. It is a big freaking lie. Nothing is government-funded. Nothing. It is taxpayer-funded, and taxpayer-funded through working people, people who pay their taxes. Not the people who are unemployed selling drugs. It is not government funded. It is working taxpayer funded. The only thing the government does is take those monies from us through the point of a gun, through the point with police and the IRS behind that gun. And they allocate those monies to the people who they deem will vote them back into office. That is how the game is played. She spoke about her support for government-funded health care, abolition of ICE, and how she is modeling her campaign after the New York congressional candidate Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat of the Bronx, who I told you ran openly as a socialist, admitted it, and still won. Basically saying, I'm going to give you guys everything you ever need. You poor schmucks, I'll give you everything you need. These people voted her in. Sure. Sarah Smith, 30, another youngster, like I said, a youngster, is taking on 11-term incumbent Democrat Republican Adam Smith and Republican challenger Doug Baselier in the state's jungle primary. God, that's racist. Oh my God, that's racist. I don't even need to read this, but let me tell you something. I'll read the bottom part right there. Smith claimed the current healthcare system costs taxpayers $47 trillion, and that a single payer would cost $33 trillion, but would not source her figures. Let me tell you something. Every time they claim it's going to cost some money, like Obamacare, you can count that figure out. That is a bold-faced lie. And free, I love it. I love when they say they're going to give something away for free. Like these doctors are going to come to work with their student loans, mind you, that still need to be paid off. They're going to come to work for free. Yeah, we're not going to charge nobody nothing. It's free. It's free. Yeah. All the medical equipment that's inside a hospital, that'll be given to the hospital for free. Yeah, just free. And the factories that made those equipments are going to work for free because it's free. It's a utopia. Everything's going to be for free. The electricity that runs the hospital and all its components, it's going to be free. The electric company's not going to want no money. It's going to be for free. Trust me. The interns who come to work, they're going to work for free. Well, actually, yeah, interns do normally work for free. But you got my point. The land that the hospital's on, you think the state is going to say, hey, it's for free. You don't have to pay your land taxes. Do you really believe that? Who pays that? It always gets passed down to the working. And you need to add that word in, the working taxpayer. Not the schmuck who's on welfare selling drugs at the same time. Next story. It's free. It's free. What's next? Let's see. Oh yeah, this is a doozy right here. Women enraged by Trump sticker intentionally rammed into car, police say. Let's click on that little beauty. Okie dokie. Massachusetts woman enraged by Trump bumper sticker intentionally rammed into car, police said. A Massachusetts, another liberal state. Yeah, another liberal state. A Massachusetts woman was reportedly taken into custody on Monday after she allegedly drove into a car sporting a Trump bumper sticker. The arrest of Chloe Wright, age 25, there you have it again. A youngster, been brainwashed, completely indoctrinated, completely oblivious to what is right or wrong. The arrest of Chloe Wright, 25, followed an alleged hit and run in Hyannis on June 30th, the Cape Cod Times reported, citing a police report. I don't need to really go into this. You get the point. She basically followed this guy through a couple of red lights, was constantly honking her horn at this car. The person driving the car, a man, got out thinking that there was something wrong with his own car. And that's why somebody was bumping at him, honking the horn so loudly at him. Bottom line, he gets out of his car and they start harassing him about his bumper sticker. She rams his car runs her car into his car. I mean, talking about oblivious, not even caring about the damage to her own vehicle. I mean, that's how far gone these freaking people are. They're not even concerned with their own liabilities, their own insurance, their own cost of that kind of behavior. It doesn't even go into it's not even in there. The ramifications, not even concerned about ramifications and the legal aspect of it either. It makes no sense to me. Let's go on to the next article. What else do I want to talk about? Okay, dokie. Homeless man starts McDonald's job with Florida officers' help. That's nice, good news, honestly. Oh, here's a goodie. Florida woman arrested after leaving 6 kids infested with lice at home, police say. You don't say. I mean, take a look at her. She either looks like some kind of crackhead or dancer. And look at the beautiful home she provided her 6 kids. Can't even afford to have one, but she has 6. I mean, there's not even sheets on that piss-stained bed of hers. Look at that filthy bed. There's not even sheets on it. And you can see the filth. It looks like she picked it up in some kind of freaking alleyway that somebody threw out. Look at the trash. Look at that piece of crap you call a mother. I'll bet you anything she's collecting welfare. I'll bet you anything. Poor kids. One of those people who really don't need welfare, but put herself in a position to where she needs it. Okay, what else? Oh, my final. Let's see. Ohio dad rode over young son twice while texting. It was important. World's coming to an end. I need to get this message out. I need to get this message out. Ran over his kid twice. I'm not even going to open that up, but the one I really wanted to talk about was this beauty. This will be my final news article.
Come on.
All right, enough of that. This kind of got me a little heated. So let me read the news article. Obviously, you can see the title. ICE official corrects Hawaiian Dem who thought Trump created the immigration law. I want to take a little bit more time with this news article, but as you can see, it's just a short news article. It's just the first couple of paragraphs, and underneath the picture is a smaller paragraph. I'm not even going to go into the full article. Not even. Your time is more valuable than this Democrat right here. An ICE official testifying before Senate panel corrected a Democrat who claimed President Trump is the source of a law criminalizing illegal immigration. The reporter wrote. Ansley Earnhardt reported Wednesday. Hawaiian Senator Mazie Hirono. And don't worry, I make fun of everybody. That's the fun of life. I even make fun of myself, and I don't mind it if other people make fun of me. We all got to have a good time and stop being on this politically correct thing. Hawaiian Senator Mazie Hirono was questioning ICE Executive Associate Director for Enforcement and Removal Operations, Matthew Albence, about the immigration laws being prosecuted by the agency. She goes on to say, these individuals are in holding centers because they have broken a law, Albence said in response to Hirono, whether he would want his child to be put in a nice facility. These individuals in holding centers are in holding centers because they have broken a law, Albence said in response to Hirono asking whether he would want his child to be put into a nice facility. Hirono countered that the illegal immigrants have broken a law only as deemed so by President Trump. Albence corrected Hirono, I want a number 2 with fried rice, saying that Trump did not create the law that criminalizes unauthorized border crossings. And that's what I really wanted to talk about. I want to give some commentary again. I mean, no disrespect. I joke around a lot. That's part of life. We need to joke around and try to relax a little bit instead of this politically correct crap. So this person who is controlling people's lives, mandating how they live, the Senate right here, the senator, controls, makes laws, regulations, deeming how other people should live. Look at her education. How long has she been a senator? I guarantee you it's more than just a year or two. And she is making the claim. Either she's stupid or she's a liar. Only one of the two. Either she fully knows that Trump did not create the law and is trying to throw crap against the wall and see if it sticks, gambling whether this guy is going to have the balls, excuse my language, to correct her. Obviously he did. She was obviously hoping he wouldn't, or in fact she is stupid and really believes it. Either way, we got a bad person here who gets her news, regurgitates, apes, mimics what the news media outlets are saying on television. And unfortunately, although many of us know better, there's a lot of undereducated, underinformed people who get their complete political education from the news media outlets. Remember the term shock jock? It is to create shock content to attract listeners. It was basically created during the boom of the radio, the Howard Sterns and whatnot. News media outlets have adopted that format, and it's normally shock titles to attract people to their news articles. Unfortunately, the youngsters are too lazy to read the entire news article. So they basically read the shock title of a news article and believe that is the entire news article. And it is factual. They believe it is factual. So when a kid sees on another news media outlet that Trump created the immigration law, but doesn't take the time to read the news article, and it says people in the news article, people are claiming Trump created the immigration law. See how they took it, just a part of that, and put it into the title? People think, oh, he created the news, he created the immigration law. People are getting their entire news just based, I guess what I'm trying to say, on a title of a news article. without taking the time to read the entire news article. Even CNN, when you get down to the very, 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 very bottom of the news article, will spell out the truth. But it takes you 99% of that news article of fluff and baloney to get down to that last sentence. And by the time they know, the readers, by the time they get down to the halfway point, they're bored already. That way they can claim, oh, we were truthful. It's in there. See the last sentence claim, it's there. I can't help it if our readers didn't read the entire news article and they only paid attention to the shock title. These people want to believe these false news reports. They so hate Trump that anything against him, they want to believe. And unfortunately, people like this are propagating, perpetrating, and carrying on with the lie.